This is one of those, right in the bucket, this is one of those, I guess you could say, higher level things with woodworking. And that's when you're milling or resizing stock down to something smaller. Right here, I've got a very brutal demonstration. I've got a piece of 2x4 that I cut in half, and then I'm gonna cut this down to 4 pieces that are 3/4 by 3/4, and I can get those out of here, you know, the 2 here, 2 here, but I want them to stay straight. And the best way for that to happen when you're cutting it out of a larger part like this is to take off equal amounts on each side. So if you need something that's 3/4 of an inch thick from a piece that's 1.5 inch thick, you got to take 3/8 of an inch off each side equally. And what that does is it ensures that what you're left with has an equal moisture content on both sides of it, so it's more likely to stay straight. Whereas if you just take this and rip it to 3/4 here right off the edge, you're left with a very dry side here and then a less than ideally dry on the other side because it's closer to the center of the wood. Conversely, you know, during the summer months when it gets really humid, the outside might be higher humidity than the inside actually, and the opposite is true. So this is the best way to do it. And what I'm going to do here, like I say, I'm going to cut 3/8 of an inch off this side, then I'm going to flip it around and cut 3/8 inch off the other side, and then continue on to make the rest of the cuts. Now obviously, since I'm getting 4 pieces out of this, the cut in the middle here will be at a higher or lower moisture content than the outside, but that's all I can do with this. I've got to pick my battles. If I really wanted to avoid that altogether, I would only get 2 pieces out of the whole piece here, but that would waste too much. Even though this is just cheap 2x4, I don't want to waste it, so I'm going to take my chances on that. Not to mention that the parts are very small or short, so even if they do bend a little bit, it's not a big deal.